my name is 𝐀𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐚 Okeke. I am a proud Grenadian, and I'm very, very elated to introduce you all to my friend, sister, and countrywoman, Dr. 𝐀𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐚 Achiumugu.
Thank you very much.
Dr. 𝐀𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐚 Achiumugu is one of our newest citizens, and she's originally from Abuja, Nigeria. She is the MD CEO of 𝐀𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐚 Group. It's one of the largest conglomerates in oil, gas, maritime, training, hospital services, any sector that adds value. Dr. Achiumugu is there and excelling as a woman and as just a brilliant entrepreneur. Since she has joined us in Grenada, she wanted to continue the work that she does in Nigeria for us and our citizens. In Nigeria, she has a foundation called SAM acronym named after her 3 children, and this foundation provides educational support, healthcare, women's services across a wide range of needs. And Nigeria has given her one of the highest honors of the Federal Republic for someone who has given great service to the country. We're very happy to welcome her as she celebrates her 50th birthday here in Grenada, her new home, and with us as we celebrate our 50 years of independence. It is wonderful to have you. We thank you. We appreciate your generosity in selecting your new home country, not going to another destination. We appreciate the tourism and the revenue and the local content that you've insisted. We've been here a whole week, and Dr. 𝐀𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐚 has had our drummers, our artists, our food. She loves our oil down, and she's had it the traditional way. She loves our culture and our people, and I think we'll be seeing lots more of her. But in celebration of her birthday, she brought in 250 backpacks and school supplies, and there are even more things, fans. Our customs couldn't understand why any woman would travel with 30 pieces of luggage. She had fans, things for school, things that are not even here, to think of our children, especially in our rural parishes that don't often get the support that our people in St. George's in our city does. So here's our newest sister, Dr. 𝐀𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐚 Achiumugu. Would you like to say a few words, Doctor? Yes, Doctor.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. KK. I feel very honored amongst my people. I'm a Grenadian, and I want to proudly say so. I feel more at home than in Nigeria, my original home country. It's been so much love in the last 6 months. I came in here in November to make sure everything was in place. The love was overwhelming, from the Prime Minister to the smallest Grenadian. And I felt I made the right choice of a country to be part of. I want to thank all Grenadians for accepting me to be one of them. And part of what has given me joy in my life is to give back. The world as its own has been very fair to me. God has been extremely fair to me, and the least of what I can do is to give back, which is my greatest joy. This celebration wouldn't have been complete if I didn't have a moment to give back. It's not enough to what I feel and what I want to do, and this is just the beginning. It's a home for me. I will always come, and I want to be part of it, or like what I told the Prime Minister, I want to be part of what are the challenges of this country. So like the education and the healthcare and the women empowerment is what will give me joy. I'm a feminist. I love to empower women. I love to make them grow. I love to see them have strength. Teresa here is a sister. She's been amazing. She brought my dream to reality. I want to say before the media, I said thank you very much. Thank you. The Prime Minister opened this house for me and said to me, I am welcome here. And he gave me all the support and made me feel at home. There are two things, not just being a citizen, but being a country-owned citizen. I feel very special. I don't have enough word to express how I feel, and I want to say thank you. I want this media to transmit my sincere gratitude to every Grenadian on the streets. I say thank you very much. Congratulations on the anniversary. Because I have a tight schedule, I would have loved to be here to celebrate my country at 50. But I promise that I will come back, and you can call on me for anything at any time, and I'll be here. Thank you very much, Teresa. It's my honor to start my charity by giving back on the education forum. So what I've done, apart from the school supply, I've decided to choose 5 citizens to give scholarship to under your program. Thank you very much.
Very much, Global Mama, for this great opportunity. Is expected when we went all out to search for the hidden treasure. When I was told that everything you win is going back to the public or the community, Grenadian students, I wasn't surprised, because it's usual. Wherever she goes to, she make an impact. She keep touching lives. This is what she's known for. So on behalf of myself and my team, we call ourselves the Bright Team. We want to appreciate everyone. I also want to appreciate you, Global Mama, the super, not INEC, exec chairman that decided this election. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Congratulations, ma'am.
So let me, on behalf of the Minister for Education, the Honorable Senator David Andrew, and the entire education family, and by extension Grenada, extend our appreciation for this gesture. Dr. Aisha, what you have done is very impactful for us at the education sector. And we've always endeavored to have benefactors who can contribute to the development of our society. We always see the best gift that we can give to a nation is one of education. So we are very happy. I also want to take this opportunity to say happy birthday again to you.
Thank you very much.
And incidentally, maybe you're our newest citizen, and while we are celebrating 50. Is it coincidental?
It's significant.
You know, we have been pinning the entire nation, and the tagline which says 50, a big deal. And today I think it's a big deal in terms of your team, what you have offered to us. And I want to assure you that we will put this into very good use. We are going to do our own production, and you would see, of course, a production of it where you can value, because we believe the best way we can appreciate something is to return gratitude. So we're really happy. So to you and your entire team for your effort, we look forward to working with you. And I, of course, want to say thanks to Teresa and Nolan, of course, who have been navigating with me for the last maybe 48 hours to make sure we are here to have this. So I want to say here, it's a wonderful opportunity for us in Grenada, and I am very pleased to be the one receiving this afternoon this gift on behalf of the Ministry of Education. Once again, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Let me thank you so much. And let me thank the minister as well, because I know he had to find a way to reschedule, but you know, you'd always say, well, no, that's his job. To be here this morning. But we thought it was important to do this. And I gave my commitment so that we can sit as education, our students, teachers, Ministry of Education officials, benefactors. I think it's just only a good way to return gratitude for this exercise. So let me tell you how all of this happened. This happened out of a very casual, concerned conversation. That is, Mrs. Nolan Thompson visited me sometime last year, and we were chatting about, and she out of concern because she has a child of special needs. So she came and she had some ideas of her own, and we were chatting about what we can do. And I was happy to say to her at the time that the ministry had moved forward in establishing a unit for the very first time, a special education unit, and she was excited about that as well. And at that time we had a few members already join. Okay, so the ministry, that shows the emphasis that the ministry placed on inclusive education, because we believe in inclusive education. At the end of the day, we all have to coexist in a society, right? So we had the conversation, and we decided to keep the conversation going. I had a missed call on Saturday, right? And of course, sometimes you're busy, and of course I call back, they call miss on the other end. So by the afternoon, sometime into the night, I got the call, and it was connected. We talked a bit, and everything was still not flowing out yet. So I can't say anything to anybody in education yet because I don't know. But of course, this conversation, but I was excited. So by Sunday afternoon, I got a second call where we were able to confirm, okay, well, look, we have, and I don't good with names, so I just say Dr. Aisha, and of course, Teresa, I prefer to say Teresa now. We'll give you all the background later, is on the island, right? Our newest, I think by that time, I hope it's still the newest CBI citizen, right? And wanted to do something for schools and education. And Ms. Thompson said, listen, I called and I felt that we should do it to education, not just schools. And I thought it was a very good move, all right, to do that. And it happened very quick. So you know what? I called Ms. Moore, I called a few people, and Monday, we on boat to Calivini Island, right, to receive those backpacks that you see there. I mean, all happened so quickly. I had to send a voice note to my minister and say, well, look, this is happening. He said, go for it, and that sort of thing. Brief my other PS, So it happened really quick. Even at that time, some other members of the ministry weren't away in terms of the early childhood and so on. They weren't away. So we went there, and it was a wonderful experience. But what was moving? Dr. Aisha said she believes in empowerment of women and girls. But she said that education has been good to her. And that was moving for me, because we all know what education can do, especially for developing islands as ours, right? And I said to all the ladies, Ms. Thompson, Dr. Aisha, Ms. Teresa here, I say, you know what? The Ministry of Education, and by extension Grenada, we found a new friend, right? A new friend in education as to how we can go. And some of the exciting ideas we've had. And in talking, Teresa is all excited because she's a Green Street girl. Don't watch it, so she's a Green Street girl. So you understand why we have Green Street Preschool here today, right? So she's from Green Street. Yeah. And so she all excited and say, well, you know what, Mr. Moran, I'm going to try to get some scholarships, and I'm going to make sure that all my engagement going forward would have an education company. We know that light up a light bulb in my head one time. Because when you talk education, I am getting excited, right? So I want to say this morning it happened by the way of a simple conversation, but I am truly grateful, and so the entire education family is truly grateful for the support. And we look forward to all the engagements where we can really help, to really take this education system to the next level. We're all excited. And I'm sure Minister will give some brief as to what are some of the things that we can do. But we, after that, we decided, you know what? Let us focus for now on our preschoolers and special needs students. So in the first instance, we have 250 backpacks, right? I mean, that's wonderful. Somebody just come into Grenada and just decide to get a 250 backpacks. It's moving, of course. It's really moving. No other country can just come in, and I think that to me really lightened my heart. Okay? But I'll tell you something, I shouldn't say Balsit, because I was hoping that when Teresa comes, she would say it. But listen, this morning, she was all excited and she said to me, you know what? I want to give a monetary contribution to, to help to even add some more school supplies. And she's going to talk to her when she comes. And I said, wow. Like every time I meet this lady, something else is added to the plate. We are very and truly grateful for your support. So this morning, we are here to witness, we have about 16 students. Each would get a backpack this morning, right? And we would arrange thereafter for the wider distribution. But we thought before Teresa leave the island, because she's leaving today, we thought that it was important for she put a face to the ministry, again, a face to some students, a face to the minister and practitioners in the education, sector. So we are very grateful, and I look forward to many, many more conversations going forward. So, having said this, I want to ask her to come in to say a few words, and I know she's all excited about everything. And by way of programming, right, we'll have the little ones from the school for Grenada School for Special Education. They will do a little piece of cultural piece. I don't know what it is yet. A poem, right? It's a very short program. And then, of course, Minister would bring some remarks. Then we would do a little handing over. And, of course, Miss Hall would return a vote of thanks. That's by way of the program.
Good morning. Our Honorable Minister of Education, P.S. Moraine, our lovely students, teachers, and the entire team of the Education Department. Thank you all for having me. It is a profound honor for me to be here with you today. I have to tell you why education is so paramount in my heart, because I'm a teacher. My first degree is in education. I taught junior high school, math, English. I've even worked with special needs children over many years. I've taught at the American International schools all over the world and in junior and high schools in the U.S. That was in the first 10 years of my working career. Then I joined the State Department, and I was a consular officer, and I've traveled extensively doing that. And every post I've had, I've always been the ambassador for education in the community. So I can't express how wonderful it is to have connected with Mr. Moraine and to be able to share Dr. Achiumugu's feelings and generosity with our people, especially our beautiful students. I am a citizenship by investment marketing agent for Grenada. I don't market any of the other Caribbean islands, just Grenada, as a matter of fact. And thank you. This is the beginning of something that is going to be a long-lasting relationship. I can promise you, as I stand here today, that every single new citizen that I market and welcome and introduce to Grenada will make a contribution to our students. Definitely. I will ensure that. And I will continue to look at ways that we can strengthen scholarships and all the programs like Grenada and all the fantastic programs I've learned about since I've been here that are in existence and need support to do the wonderful work that they do. Our students are so beautiful. Green Street School. Thank you so much for coming and being so patient. You guys are just absolutely lovely. So that was it. I think I've told you a little bit about myself. Dr. Achiumugu, who celebrated her 50th birthday to coincide with our 50th independence. And it's just wonderful. We're going to do 50 times 50 scholarships before this year is over. You have my word on that. Not much else to say. I thank you for the opportunity. I'm very proud to be here. I'm a very proud Grenadian, and education is the future. It is empowerment. It is everything that will grow a society. And we have a long way to go, 50 more years. This is our future. So if we don't support them and encourage and promote them, you know, we would have missed the boat. Thank you very much for the privilege of being here today. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much. Let's put our hands together again for reaffirming our commitment to work. And I want to say to you that please think about the program for adolescent murders. We can chat about that afterwards.
Yeah.
I really want to plug in this one, right? So at this time, we ask the students of this Grenada Special School for Education to come forward and deliver a poem. Let's put our hands together.
Give thanks.
We thank you.
Thank you
for your thoughtfulness.
For your thoughtfulness.
To remember us this way.
To remember us this way.
We thank you.
We thank you
for the joy you bring to us today.
for the joy you bring to us today.
God bless you.
God bless you.
We are all very thankful today for this gesture, and of course, our students put it in words, poem. Thank you very much. At this time, I want to invite our minister to bring remarks in this regard. So let's put our hands together, please.
Allow me to acknowledge our distinguished benefactor here and our other permanent secretary, P.S. Francois, the Chief Education Officer, Mr. Dominic Jeremiah, other ministry officials, our special education officers, specially invited guests, teachers, students. I'm really happy to be here this morning at this handing over ceremony. In fact, I had other engagements, but when P.S. mentioned that he wanted to ensure that this happened today and that you were traveling this afternoon, I said I'll rearrange just to be here this morning, and I'll shoot out again not too long after this is done. But I'm really elated that we have this kind of generosity targeting education. As a government, we understand the priority of education. We see education as the single most important tool for transforming Grenada. We talk a lot about transformation, but we understand that education is the single most important key for transforming anything. Whether it has to do with our behaviors, how we treat the environment, how we live, how we take care of ourselves, how we treat the country, all of that is rooted in education. And so for the last 2 budget cycles, we have prioritized education and the budgeting for it. And P.S. Moraine talked about ways in which we have started to focus on key areas in education. So I see the 2 target areas, early childhood and special needs. And I'm thrilled about that because we have been putting emphasis on some of those areas too. We have an expanded special education department here at the Ministry of Education. Yeah? And that started happening sometime at the ending of last year. We have with us the Deputy Chief Education Officer for Special Education, Dr. Ald, and an expanded team of persons, dedicated, competent persons, and we are now confident that we are going to have an expanded suite of services to the special education population across the country. We believe in inclusion, and as far as it's possible, we have itinerant persons too, to go to schools to deal with the persons who in the mainstream need that kind of support. Only yesterday, I was personally at one of the special education schools delivering 50th anniversary pins because we don't want to leave them behind either. And so with all of this happening, I'm very thrilled that they are part of the focus. And don't talk about the early childhood department. We recognize that many of the challenges we have in education, we have them probably because we made a couple of mistakes down there. And if we fix those mistakes, if we target these people better, these little ones that we're looking at, and get the right skills and competencies built in from an early age, a lot of the challenges that we try to deal with down the road when they are teenagers, we won't have to deal with them. And so our department has been very keen developing the standards. They are currently looking at models to develop literacy and numeracy pushed by them along with other methods that have been traditionally used. And we are confident that we are going to do well with that focus. So when we get the kind of support from people like you to push these areas, it warms our hearts, because it says what we're thinking and where we're heading and what we're doing is being supported by persons who understand education, persons who care about Grenada, who care about our youngsters. And so profoundly, from the bottom of my heart, on behalf of the Ministry of Education, and indeed on behalf of the government and people of Grenada, we say a profound thank you. We guarantee you that your contributions will not go in vain, because it's in keeping with our thinking as a government, it's in keeping with our philosophy as a ministry, and we will do all we can to ensure that you get 100-fold fruit and benefit from every dollar invested in these two groupings and any other grouping within education that you choose to give support to. Again, thank you very, very much for choosing Grenada. Thank you very much. I take particular pride that you choose to market Grenada alone. That says something. It says a lot, and we appreciate that immensely. And we guarantee you will feel proud of us as we continue to work together. Indeed, we found a new friend. Welcome home.
Proud of you. I
Yes.
am very proud of
Thank
my
you.
country, my people, my government.
Yes.
And I know where we're heading.
Yes.
And you've got a partner in me.
Thank you.
Personal initiative, you know.
Thank you.
It's not a part of the program, but every engagement with every client that I have,
Yeah.
they will know that this is an expectation,
Yeah.
and it's a rewarding,
Yeah.
education is.